We have 5 scheduled guests. Our first guest is going to come speaking on the subject of transparency.
Well, hello, everybody. Sent y'all out an email that had some information on it that's really, I would love everybody to, see it. So you can go to buddyhuggins.com and it's already posted on the blog post. And then you can actually check some of the videos, most recent ones I made for YouTube. And you can see that this is a critical subject that we're fixing to talk about. And I only got 5 minutes, but I want you to know my heart is with the police department because they're protecting us first. Like if anything, we got to respect them. And yes, they've been living in a building that has not been adequate for a very long time, but they did pay to remodel it. And so now they're requesting a huge sum of money for a building, 10 million to 17 million. I don't care how you slice that. That's a lot of money, especially in the economy like we're looking at right now. One thing could go wrong, and the next thing you know, we got $10 gas. A nuclear bomb could go off, and then the next thing you know, any and everyone that borrowed any kind of money ain't gonna have a real way to pay it back. And when you don't have that, and it has to come out of the part of the government money that is not allocated for this and hadn't been, over 800,000 was passed off to do studies and research and estimates of what kind of building and everything we could use. This is hard for me to tell you this, but we can't afford this. The people, they voted already to not do it. And this is a bypass, a workaround to get it to come out of the other chunk of money that we have. But like I said, if you know what you're looking at on the news, which I do not watch television, haven't watched television in over 20 years, but I know how to selectively fact check information. And I just want to tell you that it needs to be down to 6 to 8 million because the cost overruns, even at 6 to 8 millions, the cost overruns could jump all the way to 15 to 20 million. And that's with a $6 million to $8 million project. So we got the cart way ahead of the horse. Now, whether I can stop it or me can, get people to go like, yeah, Lee, he might be right about that. Well, that's why I make the videos and put it on YouTube. I don't care if I'm right or wrong. I want the facts, the truth, and I want the way this thing is organized to be completely transparent. I'd like to even sit in on the meetings where we're actually talking about how we got to 12 million that quick. I've seen billion-dollar projects go like clockwork. It was cost plus. The company was Brown and Roof. The year was 1984. Billion-dollar projects, and they were blowing and going. And I tell you what, it all turned sour really quick. In 1999, the dot-com bust. You young people might not know what that is, but that was the beginning of a tragedy. And that tragedy climaxed in 2008. And that was when the banks failed. All right, we're back around at a loop and back around at a cycle of time that we're fixing to see this so-called AI bubble blow up. There's already talk about it, and it's just beginning, but I've looked into it deeply, and I can tell you right now, we don't need to be going in debt. We need to be pulling our purse strings back in, because you asked anybody that lost money in 2008, my sister, bless her heart, she was in the military, did 30 years and then got in the Air National Guard and got as high rank as you can get. And she was worth over, at that time, she was worth over right at 4 million. You know how much money she lost? More than half of it. Yeah. And if we get hit we got to remember this conversation. When I say hit, we're talking about economy and disasters with this AI stuff collapsing. All right, y'all have a good one.
Okay, thank you, sir. Our next speaker is going to be dealing with the subject flock cameras.
Since January of 2023, the city of Ozark has purchased